Hi guys, welcome back to Daisy Diaries. Today I am with
Nicole Marquez, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not expect that intro. I am here with my little beautiful sister, Nicole Nicotine, Nicoliner, Nick. Why don't you have nicknames for me? I just realized
¿Qué
that.
te puedo poner a ti?
I don't know.
Enojona? Mandona?
God damn. I did not have to be dragged right now. You know what? Those go with me. I don't think I'm enojona. I think that's Daphne. But I am mandona. And you're chillona.
Sí. I cried before this.
Well, I mean, she had a valid reason. You know, mom used to tell me that too. Basically, dad was just like, do you want to say what he told you?
He pretty much just said, like, once I go back to Houston, bye-bye phone, bye-bye car. I was like, huh?
And I was telling her, I think dad's just like, he doesn't want Nicole to leave the nest because she wants to come here for at least just like 2 weeks just to figure it out. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk? So Nicole actually went through something super traumatic at her job. So she's not working there anymore. And so that's why she's here. I'm going to let you tell the story because I was in shock.
So long. Wait, do you want me to say the full story?
Say the full story, yeah.
Okay, so long story. There was a shooting at my restaurant, and before everything happened, I remember there was people yelling, like they were fighting, but I was taking like an order through the phone. So I didn't really see who was fighting, and whenever I would like peep, like there was like a whole crowd, so I couldn't really see who was fighting. And then I just remember I like ¿cómo se llama?
You hung up the phone?
Sí, colgué el teléfono and the guy just like was walking and he's about to leave, but I didn't know it was him, and he just points at me. He's like, come here. And I was just like, yeah, what can I help you with? And at first he told me something, but I didn't understand him, and I gave him like a confused look, and he was like, what's your name? And I was like, Karen. I never say my real name or my real age. He's like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 18. He was like, oh, my daughter's also 18. What a shame. Bop, like slams his hand on the counter, and I was like, what's his issue? So, he leaves, and then I guess his girl went to him as well. It was like a couple, and I just hear, he has a gun. Dude, my heart drops. My manager and my coworker go and close the door. They locked one door, and whenever they were about to close the other one, the guy got the door and he like
was able to get in.
Yeah. So he slammed my coworker in the ground. My manager like went with the door, and I was just like, yo. And he was just looking at me when he was like passing by. He was just looking at me, and why me? Like, it was just something really, really scary. He started flipping tables, throwing chairs, started threatening people with the gun, talking about, I'm gonna kill you guys. I was just like, bro, I'm out.
But did he actually start shooting?
Girl, I left. Like, like I got my stuff and I just ran with the people. And like, it was so sad because like little babies were crying, and since one door was just like open, like they were just crashing, and it was just very bad. And whenever I got to the other side of the street, my anxiety, dude, I've never had that type of anxiety attack, to the point like they were like, Nicole, breathe, and they got an inhaler and they were just putting oxygen because my eyes were rolling back.
Boy, it's because anxiety attacks they can be really, really bad. And I don't think people understand like what exactly, you can't even really process what's going on. It's almost like your body does its own thing and it goes into shock and you just kind of lose all control.
Yeah. And I just remember the owner, he comes and he was like, it's okay, mija, just get up. Like the restaurant's still not closed. You guys need to go back to work. You're fine. I was literally in the ground. I was just like, where's my mom? Like,
bro, I honestly could not believe when she told me this. I got very upset because he basically, but say exactly what he said, how he said it in Spanish.
He said that to me in English, and then my other manager, the manager that wasn't there, he calls me and en español me dice, si vas a estar así con tus ataques, mejor jálate para la casa. Yo no necesito gente así trabajando. Hangs up on me, and I was just like, so it's my fault? Like, you wasn't even here.
Yeah. Whenever she told me this, I got so upset, you guys, because he completely dismissed her feelings and something very traumatic just happened. Like, he doesn't know how bad that can affect someone. Like, what if Nicole from now on has PTSD, or you just never know how bad it can affect someone. And like, Nicole is somebody that has experienced anxiety attacks in the past, and her coworkers and everybody is aware of it. So for her to have that bad of an anxiety attack to where they had to put an inhaler because she wasn't breathing, like, for him to just be like, you know, go back to work. If you're going to be having an anxiety attack, like, then fucking leave. I just think that's so fucked up and so inhumane to just dismiss her feelings after something traumatic like that happened.
Yeah, and like my coworkers were telling like the owner, like, we should take her to a clinic, and he was just like,
he just saw it as like nothing. He thought you were probably like faking it or exaggerating.
Yeah,
and
whenever Daphne went to go pick me up, like, Daphne was even like shook because she looked at me and they were like, you're pale, like, you're pale. I was like, bro,
dude, that's freaking traumatic. I was telling her, I'm like, I have a feeling that the guy asked for your age, and because he probably like had mercy for you because you reminded him of his daughter. Like, imagine you said something different and then he would have like just shot you or whatever. That's why like, they could have gone so many different ways.
Bro,
like,
exactly.
You just never know nowadays, and like, shootings are so common now, so it could have really turned bad. Like, that could have been Nicole's last day. And instead of her managers being professional and, you know, taking into consideration that they just went through something traumatic and being like, you know what, guys, like, let's just close it. Everybody go home, like, take a break. He's like, everybody get back to work. If you're going to have an anxiety attack, go the fuck home. Like, you're fucking slowing down my business. Like, what? I just think that is so freaking crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was literally pissed for you.
And it's the fact that they didn't want to take me to the clinic because they didn't want to pay. Like, once I left, he texted me talking about, vete a checar a una clínica.
Like, what? Like, he was just super unprofessional, and I feel like they're gonna get their karma. I just think a restaurant that works like that and rather put their business before just a human
and that's
being,
not the only thing that I've gone through there. Like,
she has just gone through a lot. I told Nicole, I was like, I feel like God just kept giving you these signs as to why that job is just not meant for you, and it sucks that I had to get to that level for you to finally leave. But I don't know if you want to talk about the other things that had happened on there.
I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to say names. You also don't have to say it if you don't want
to. Another thing happened. I got punched by my coworker.
A man punched her.
Yeah.
At her job. And everybody just pretended like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And everybody just kept going. Like, I just think I would have left right then and there.
Dude, and it's so crazy because, like, that coworker of mine, we were so close. Like, we were so close to the point I seen him, like, I would call him twin. Like, because we had the same birthday and everything. And to the point that everyone, the next day, it was just normal. Like, it wasn't the first time that has happened. And I was just like, yo.
But what was the reason that he punched you? He was just drunk?
He was...
Oh, okay. Well, he was under the influence of something, and it made him. But did you trigger him, or was he triggered? Like, what?
He was going at it with one of my girl coworkers, and I just remember he pushed her, and they were in the kitchen. Like, he pushed her hard, and she was like about to fall back, and like she goes at him and like hits him, and like he just turns around and bop.
Hits you instead?
Hits her.
Oh, hits her.
And
he hit both of you guys? Girl, what the?
And I'm like, yo. And I said his name. I was like, chill. And maybe he thought I was going to hit him too because I went like that, like, chill. And got knocked out too. I was just like, yo. It's insane, bro. But... And then they fought outside too. Like,
girl, that whole place just seems like a mess. It seems like a mess.
And... another thing, I feel like they can't really do anything because it's a family business. Like, everyone is just family there. They're brothers, they're cousins. Like,
they're all gonna have each other's back. I think that's why maybe it's so normalized, because it's like, even in our family, if something like that happens, we just kind of brush it under the rug and we pretend like it doesn't happen. Like, if it was an actual, like, legit business, they would have had like a team meeting, been like, you're fired, you can't come back, you do.
Yeah.
I definitely think because they don't know how to separate personal from business, that like line got crossed, and then like everybody just got. I'm just very glad that you're out of there and you're alive and you're safe, because like it could have really been bad.
I'm pretty sure like most of my coworkers watch your stuff too. They'll be like, well, she was drinking. Yeah, I was drinking, but I know how to control my liquor.
I just feel like that restaurant just wasn't as disciplined or as. And they
no tienen reglas ahí. No tienen un límite, pues.
I just think that is so crazy.
Dude,
like
honestly,
to be in a crazy work environment like that.
Yeah.
I'm just,
I was just like, yeah.
I just kept telling her, I was like, girl, you need to get out of that job. I feel like you were so. Another thing about you is you get attached to
places, bro.
You get attached to places and to people so much. Like, I think it's.
I don't know.
I don't know why you're.
Somebody needs to like knock some sense in my head.
No, you already got punched, girl. I don't think. I don't think.
Oh shit, this is my last. Like, I'm not seeing you guys no more. Bye.
And you still went back, girl.
I still went back.
I mean, you are very young, so I think you like to give the benefit of the doubt to a lot of people and give them a lot of chances until. That is me too, though. I feel like that's something that I worked on a lot is. You make up excuses for people's behaviors.
Yeah.
And obviously you end up like receiving the consequences of that, which sucks because you end up getting hurt.
Bro.
What? Why are you
know
lying?
It's so crazy because I went live and I started talking about the situation. And everyone knows where I work. Yeah. Like on TikTok, they knew where I work. So they started going to the page. They started commenting like, "What happened to
Nicole,
to the worker, Nicole?" Da da da. My manager, the manager that calls me, he's like, "No comment." He would reply to everything, talking about no comment. Deleted every picture of me, unfollowed me on everything. I was just like, okay, like
as if like what like he expected Nicole to just stay quiet and like take it. No, I'm very glad though that. You stood up for yourself and you talked about your story, because I feel like especially like some people might be scared to just even speak out on a business, because a business is obviously very powerful and they make money, I'm sure, so that's scary as fuck, girl.
No, yeah. And ever since like I quit, they can't find nobody else to replace me. They don't want to, like, nobody wants to work.
That's just such a messy environment to work in as well. Who the fuck would want to work there? What did
it's just the vibes?
No, that's not
like
the vibe.
A club.
No, girl, that
like
literally, bro. You can't take anything. I can't take you. I'm trying to take you serious, but then you're funny as fuck at the same time. So it's because then people are gonna be like, she's laughing at Nicole while she's talking about her traumatic experience. I'm like, no, this bitch is just funny as fuck. What did dad say, or your mom, when all this happened?
My dad was just like, you better not go. Like, you better not go in, because it happened on a Thursday. And what's so crazy, I come back from LA and I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to work. Let me tell this girl to cover her. And I did cover her. The same day that I come back, that happens to me. It happened on a Thursday.
It was a sign. And remember, if you watch my last podcast episode, I said that we are getting close to ending a cycle. So if you lost a friendship, if you're going through a breakup, if you lost a job, like everything is meant to happen and you just have to let it happen. So.
Yeah. And Fridays I would work open to close, which was 10:30 to 2 in the morning.
I just think that's insane. How many hours is that? Like,
that's like 15
hours.
Yeah,
that is freaking insane to me.
Yeah, I would hit overtime.
No. And one thing about you, though, that I've noticed is you're such a hard worker. Like, since a very young age. I feel like because of dad has always been like, if you want something, you have to work for it, I love that dad has installed that in us.
Yeah.
At a very young age. And he's always been like, always stay humble and work hard.
Bro.
Love that. But again, I feel like dad can be a little bit harsh on you guys sometimes. I'm so glad I didn't grow up with a dad. Sometimes I'm just like, yay. So happy I didn't grow up with a dad.
I know.
He's never really told me anything.
No.
I feel like he doesn't really have
a say
in what I can and cannot do, because
yeah.
But I will say, you guys, we had a fun family night out We went to dinner for our little brother's birthday. He just turned 15.
Bro.
I've asked him to come on the podcast, but he's so like low key.
Shy. Like,
He's shy, and he was like, no. It feels like he's the Robert Kardashian of our family, because he just wants to be behind the scenes. He's like, let you guys do you. But we had a very fun dinner. We went to Toca Madera in Houston. It
was fire.
The food, bomb. Fire.
Enchiladas de tinga, y'all need to go try them
The
out.
ceviche is fire. The drinks are fire. The appetite, everything was so good. The mac and cheese, the fries. If you guys are in Houston, definitely check it out. The only thing I don't like is the parking, because there's a gym right on top of it, and the parking is a shit show. I feel like they could have chose a better location, but
honestly,
we had dinner, and then it was a Monday, and like one thing about our family is we like to party. Okay,
Monday fun day.
Once we get started, we want to keep going, and so. Your mom is so cute because she got tipsy really fast.
Bro.
And we were all like, we were trying to take her to the club, and she was down. We were like, the boys are going to go home. Y'all can pick us up after the club. No club was open on a Monday, which is better for us, because I feel like we would have fucked shit up at a club with your mom.
She's like, what did they put in these drinks?
Yes. But we did have, we had like 2 cocktails and like 3 shots.
It was 3 shots.
3 shots. Okay. And then we were like, you know what? Let's just have our own party at the house. Mm-hmm. And because our dad is a DJ, he DJ'd for us, and we literally just danced all night. Like, I'm talking about my calf muscles are sore.
Bro, say.
From dancing, like full on dancing. And we even went on TikTok live, and everybody was like, their dad is so unfazed. And I'm like, dad is so used to our bullshit. Like, Nicole's always screaming and yelling. I'm always screaming and yelling. I feel like Nico, Daphne and Camilo are the ones that came out.
They're just looking at us like,
they're the calm ones. Saying? And then me and you are like the rah, rah, rah. But it was so much fun. And in the midst of everything, I remember I literally just stopped and I was admiring you guys. And I was like, oh, like these are the moments that I live for. You know? Like,
girl, I don't know. I mixed.
Girl. You know what?
I mixed juices. I went from orange juice to apple juice and then cranberry juice.
And I just want to say one thing. Like, it's because I feel like in our culture, especially like in Mexico, you know, drinking juice starts at a very early age. And I feel like, even in Puerto Rico, I don't know why in America, everything's like a little delayed.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're still in America. So she's only drinking juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Just juice.
But I did, however, get a Preguntas card game in the mail. I actually got this in a PR package from Libre. And I was reading some of the questions last night, and I was like, oh my God, wait. I would love to play this on the podcast with my sisters. I think it would be really cute. They're actually like very deep questions, and it gets a conversation going. And you can ask this in Spanish or in English.
Okay.
So it's bilingual. And so basically what you would do...
Let's do family. Shit.
Ooh, bro, some of those are... Okay, we can do family.
Familia, Simon.
Yeah, let's just pick out a card. Let's see. Oh, thank you.
Vas.
Oh, wow. Nicole, what do you feel like you needed from your parents that you didn't get?
A ver, dímelo en español.
¿Qué sientes que necesitas de tus padres y no pudiste obtener? Like, what do you feel like you needed from them?
Love.
Oh my God,
affection.
Daphne said the exact same thing yesterday.
Really?
She literally said the exact same thing yesterday.
Love and affection.
Really?
I feel like with my mom, I can be so affectionate and like hug her, and she'll be like, quítate. Como que. And my dad, I'd just be weirded out if he were to give me a hug.
Well, no, yeah. But I feel, again, I think it sucks that you say that, but it's because they also weren't shown that.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that I learned through therapy is you can't expect your parents to give you something that they weren't given. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like dad's never going to be affectionate.
Yeah.
I mean, like that night that we had that little party and he was hugging me, I literally was like,
I know. Wait. I see your face. You were like, get off of me.
And it was so funny, you guys, because... Bro, we've cried so many times this week. Why are we such crybabies? Because I literally was crying, and then I went to Daphne's room, and I was like, Daphne, I need a hug. And she's like, oh, why me? She's like, why can't you go to Nicole? And you were like downstairs doing something. And then I was like, and I start crying, and Daphne's like, oh, fuck, like now I gotta give this bitch a hug. So then she comes and she gives me the awkwardest hug ever, but it made me feel better because I started laughing because she sucks at giving hugs. But
bro, I'm dead.
I just love our family. Although we weren't shown love and affection, I feel like we show it in different ways.
Yeah.
By like, you know, what I really, really appreciate is like this morning, like we all made breakfast and it's like Nicole started washing dishes, Daphne started cleaning the table, I started taking out the trash, and it's like I think that's how we show our love and appreciation. It's like acts of services, maybe.
See,
like we do things for each other. So it's like, oh, Daphne needs gasoline, and I'm like, here you go, or like, can you help me do this or do that? I think that's our love, because you know there's 5 different love languages. There's physical touch. There's words of affirmation. Words of affirmation means like you love when people tell you, I love you, you're beautiful, you're amazing.
I love that one in physical touch. Yeah.
I feel like you love physical touch in your relationships and not from your family.
Yeah.
Daphne's the same way. I feel like, yeah, I'm the same way. No, I'm the opposite. I love to show affection to my family, but I don't like affection from the people that are not my family, because I literally can go into my mom's bed and just like cuddle her and like my cousins or like you guys, although you guys don't like it, I like to force y'all because I like to make y'all feel uncomfortable sometimes. But if it's like, oh my God, I have one of my best, probably the only best guy friend I have, his name is Alex. He is so affectionate and I literally, I'm like, dude, oh, get off of me. I'm just like, oh my God. Wait, you want to know something?
Okay.
I think he listens to the podcast, but maybe this is how he finds out why I cut him off. But there was this, I was talking to this person, right? And I really did, I was like, oh, this can go somewhere, like, you know, older. He has his own, you know, money. On a spiritual level, we really connected. And we went to a dinner. And I have told him, I'm like, I'm not really good with affection. Like, that's something that I have to warm up to, you know? Like, and so we went to the dinner and literally his hand is just on my knee, like massaging me, touching me. And I'm just so uncomfortable. And because we were at a dinner with like his work people, like his work environment, his business partner, should I say, whatever, his clients, whatever. I was just literally like this, and you can tell I'm uncomfortable. And then like at some point I literally just took off his hand and I was like, I don't like physical touch, and I kind of came off like snappy, but I'm like, dude, like a mí no me encanta. I don't like feeling like smothered or cornered because I'm literally gonna run as fast as I can. And as soon as I said I don't like physical touch, he literally starts kissing my face. He's like, well, you're gonna have to get used to it. And I'm like, ew. I was just like, bro, if I just told you that I don't like physical touch, instead of, I would have much appreciated it if he would have been like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I understand. Like, I'll work on it. But instead, he like did the opposite and like smothered me even more. And so that literally after that dinner, that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to cut him off, because clearly he's just thinking about himself. And so that's why I cut him off. And yeah, once I cut you off, like, it's very hard for me to let you back into my life. So
yo tengo que escoger una para ti.
Oh, okay.
Shorty.
All right, gear.
Shorty.
I actually like this game. This gets the conversation going.
What were you like as a teenager?
Ooh.
Got it.
You guys want me to be honest? I was very good in school and with my grades, but because I didn't get attention from my adults at home, I would be rebellious in school. So I would get in trouble to get my mom's attention, for example. So I was a good student and kid, but I got into really bad habits and I wouldn't hang around the right crowd.
Eres bien rebelde tú.
I grew up very rebelde. Like, since middle school, I would start skipping school. I, again, started hanging out with the wrong crowd. I remember I was in middle school and I went to a high school party. And like, it was horrible because I told my mom I was going to a birthday party, and my mom dropped me off like in these clothes. And then my friend at the time, she literally changed me into these booty shorts and an I Love Booby shirt. And then we cut holes right here so they could see my bra. And at the time I was dating like the baddest guy in middle school. Like, he even ended up getting kicked out for fighting for me. But
girl,
I remember we went we went to this party, and it was my first time ever. And I knocked out. I remember I was coughing a storm, And I don't know why, I just tried to be like cool around the cool kids, you know, because I was hanging out around high schoolers, and it was an ABC party, all but clothes party. I went to a sunset party while I was at Griner. And so
that's my high school right there.
And so I remember I was like cloud 9, and I just remember everything was in slow motion. It was 9 p.m. By the time I was like coming back to life, it was 2 a.m.
Yo,
my mom was so pissed off. And when I finally told my mom where I was at, my mom pulled up. She sees me with this guy who's been my boyfriend, who's the baddest kid in school. And then she sees me in this complete different outfit that she picked me up. I got in so much trouble. And that was just the beginning of it.
Damn.
Yeah. So I gave my mom a very hard time, but I was very good in school, and I still kept my grades very good. And I was in a lot of extracurricular activities. So I was just a little Hannah Montana, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, period.
You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Okay, next. Oh, you're not gonna understand this one.
Damn.
Oh, who are your friends? Describe them.
My sisters and my cousin.
Dude, same as fuck. Like,
bro,
I don't know why. You know what? My mom makes it seem like it's a bad thing that I only hang out with my family. Like, I don't think it's bad that my best friends are my sisters and my cousins. Like, I love it. My mom's always like, you need more friends. And I'm like,
no.
I'm perfectly fine with like my family and then the couple of like 5 really close friends that I have. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm very cordial with a lot of people, but friends-wise, I
feel like you only have one friend, one real friend.
Who?
What? You don't? Damn, I take that back. Why?
Fell off.
Really? You guys just grew apart? Dang, that sucks.
It's fine though. Like, people come and go. God removes people from your
For
life
a reason.
For a reason.
I mean, maybe you guys were, because look, here's the thing. I just recently rekindled with one of my longest friendships I've ever had, and I feel like she was going through a lot and I was going through a lot, and we were just bumping heads. So we gave each other a break, and it was like a whole year break. And we just rekindled things, and it was like nothing ever happened. We're both in way better places, and it was like we needed that really long break for us to keep the friendship going, and I'm so glad. So maybe it's something like that, or you feel like it's gonna...
I don't think so.
Really? I just feel like you and Daphne have had really bad luck with like friends.
Like, that's why I was just like, man, I'm gonna just stick with my cousin Jackie, like my sisters.
I mean, that's your best friend.
Yeah, that is my best friend ever since chiquitas.
I will say though, we're very blessed to have such a big family, because like imagine people that are just only child. They're only...
I would go crazy.
Yeah, no.
Go crazy, go stupid. No, just like...
Oh, wait, take one from over here.
Okay. Emotions.
Oh, yeah. Read it.
How has your...
Wait. It's because she... You sounded like a turkey, girl. It's because she closed the door. Wait, Caesar, leave that in. That was so funny. Okay.
How has your idea of love changed over time? Come on, girl.
These are some deep questions. I actually really like this game. Again, for those that are wondering, this is the Preguntas game by Hija de tu Madre. Wow. Okay, period.
Oh, okay.
How has the idea of love changed over time? I think to me, when I was younger, to me, love was just like 2 people that were together and they were just boyfriend and girlfriend. And
that was me too.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, just like, oh, you guys are in a relationship, you guys are in love. That's it. But obviously now that I'm older, to me, to know you is to love you, right? So I was just talking about this with Daphne last night. For me, I don't care about the superficial shit. I don't care about money, materialistic things. I care about the little things. That's how I feel loved, right? Mm-hmm. So I was telling Daphne, I was like, I think the most thoughtful gift I ever received was I dated a Cancer, and he made me feel so loved because he got to really learn what I liked. So for example, one of my favorite movies is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Another thing, I love coffee. I drink coffee every single morning, so I love mugs. I have a huge mug collection. I love fuzzy socks as well. So for this one time, he got me a gift. He got me a Night Before Christmas mug. He got me some cozy socks. And then he also emptied out a makeup palette. And you know where the little eyeshadows go? Mm-hmm. Each little eyeshadow had a little note. So every time it said, open me if you're sad, open me when you're happy, open me when you're, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. So every single little circle of eyeshadow had a little note. So I would open it and it was like a handwritten letter, and it was 6 handwritten letters.
Aww.
Yeah. And so that to me, right? I'm just like, that's so thoughtful. And like, just, it was one of the best gifts I've ever received. And I'm like, dude, I've had guys give me like Rolexes and shit like that. And I'm just like, that doesn't impress me. It doesn't make you any special than the next person who's going to give me something materialistic. But that I will always remember for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think to me, love is to know you is to love you, you know?
Sí, la verdad que sí.
What's the most thoughtful gift you've ever received?
Roses.
Really? Like in general? From family or friends? Not just in a relationship?
Like relationship wise, yeah, roses.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like throughout my whole life and like the relationships I've been through, nobody has gave me roses.
What? Well, you gotta buy yourself some roses, girl.
And I did.
Yeah, period. You don't have to wait for a man to buy you roses, you know?
Yeah, so.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh. What lesson has pain taught you?
Wait, let me see that question. Porque I feel like I can only understand if I see it.
Okay. I'm kind of like that too.
Bro, shit.
That's a very deep question. Like super deep. What lesson has pain taught you?
To always put myself first.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I've always been the type of person to be like, oh, I care more about your feelings. I don't want you to get hurt. So let me get the pain, you know?
Wait, repeat that again?
It's...
I literally was thinking about my own response. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. What did you say?
I've always been like thinking about them first and then me. Like, you do that so you won't hurt. So I don't want to see you hurt. So I'll get the pain. Like,
I'm not understanding you.
Fuck, man.
Girl, shit. What are you trying to say?
Así como que es mejor ver que tú estás feliz y yo no te quiero ver así que estás dolido o que estás llorando. Yo prefiero que yo esté así en vez de ti.
Oh, but now you have learned to like...
Sí, ponerme yo primero.
Like, I don't care if you're hurting, I have to put myself first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've always been like that.
You have been always like that. What lesson has pain taught me? That pain is only temporary. It's not forever. I feel like when I was really, really, really in pain and really depressed, I thought that the best solution was to not be here anymore. And I'm very thankful that I wasn't successful, because now I've learned that that pain that I was feeling was only temporary and it wasn't forever. And so it made me a stronger person. But I think that's something that people forget, is that the pain is only temporary.
True.
The loss of someone is forever. You know, that's something that you can't reverse. So.
After a storm, there's a rainbow.
Yeah, period.
I'm going to get that tatted.
Bitch. Got it. Where are you going to get that tatted?
Yeah, right here, girl.
Got it. Oh my God, you're so funny. Okay, go.
Ahí te va una de las buenas, mija. Agárrate.
A ver si es cierto.
A ver. Is life easy or difficult today?
I feel like life every day is different, you know?
Sí.
Like, some days are easy, some days are hard. I just feel like...
yesterday I was happy as fuck, and today I just woke up crying.
Yeah, like, that's exactly how I am.
Like, damn, girl.
It's just a roller coaster. But I think that you just kind of have to take it one step at a time. Because if I'm constantly thinking about shit that happened in the past, if I'm thinking about the future that hasn't even happened yet, and then I'm stressed out about my current situation, like, I'm going to drive myself crazy. So I try to just focus on what's in front of me, what's happening right now. And then that's how kind of I I take my days, but
yeah, girl.
I feel like every day is different, you know? Yeah, okay.
Nosotros? God damn, girl.
All right, my turn. What do you dislike and like about our generation? I have a good one. You want me to go first?
Sí.
What I dislike about our generation is how situationships are just so normalized. Yeah. Like everyone's in a situationship and there's no title, but you guys are together, but it's like so normalized now.
Dude, yeah, like they be forgetting to ask you out.
Yeah, it's like
about all the cute things.
Yeah, it's just like I miss that. Like I don't know what, like for real, like guys don't ask out girls to be their girlfriend anymore or like open the door and stuff like that. I deal with men that do open the door for me and like all that stuff, but I feel like now too. In our generation, it's more like
found me a good one.
Like, oh, we're together, but if I fuck another person, it's not cheating because we don't have a title and this is just a situationship. So if you get your feelings hurt, that's on you. Yeah. But you can't fuck other people. Like, I don't know. That's just, it's a mind fuck, honestly, this generation sometimes. I'm like, at this point, we're both just answering.
What lesson do you think I need to learn?
You?
Oh, girl. Do I really want to hear that? Dale con todo, Daisy.
I feel like there's a lot of lessons that you're going to have to learn throughout life, you know? But I think the main one is, I don't know. And your biggest lesson?
Yeah, girl. Come on.
Oh, I think your biggest lesson has to be to stop people pleasing. I think you people please a lot. And like, that's why people take advantage of your kindness. Because you're so kind and you're so nice. That they're like, Nicolas me esto, Nicolas me lo otro. Nicole, come here. And because you're always like, yes, 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 yes. And you don't like to disappoint people. People walk all over you or it keeps happening. Or they see you as weak and vulnerable. I just think, but that also comes to time because I used to be a huge people pleaser. I hate disappointing people. You get me? Like, but again, that's you attaching yourself to the outcome of how they're going to feel. Sometimes you just have to be a fucking bitch and be like, no, I'm not going to do that. You don't have any power over me. Like, and I'm going to be straight up honest, you guys, on my birthday, Nicole and I got into an argument.
Our first
argument. No.
I think it was our second.
Yeah, it was our second. But there was obviously like liquor involved and everyone's like, your emotions are more heightened. But like, for example, and I literally had to take a step back and I think that had to happen for me to be like, Daisy, you need to stop doing that. Because it was the day of my birthday, obviously, and my sisters came here for my birthday party. And I just assumed and I just expected that Nicole was going to sleep over with me because she's staying with me, you know, and that was me just feeling entitlement over her because she's my sister, because she was staying with me. So like once like the party was going, whatever, I'm like, oh, like she said that she was going to sleep over with my cousin. And I was like, no, but you said you were going to sleep with me. And then I immediately was like expecting her to be like, oh, okay, yeah, like, you know, like people please me. And that's why the argument started because, you know, she wanted to go. And I was just like, the next day I was like, Daisy, why are you being like that? Like Nicole's her own person. You need to let her do her. Like you can't be so entitled just because she's sleeping. Like let her do her, you know? And so that made me realize that I need to take a step back. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, and so I apologized and I was like, I love you. And I feel like we're always going to be very understanding. Yeah. And we were just drunk and I was crying, you were crying.
Bro, I was just like, guys, just can't believe. And
I know that you were crying because you're like, I don't like to disappoint people. I don't want Daisy to be upset, but I want to sleep with Jackie. And I was just like,
bro,
it's okay.
Todo chilling. A ver. Did you? Oh, yo fui.
I went. Oh, what's the biggest lesson you think I need to learn?
Que no seas tan mandona.
I am like that. I think I'm just like... No, I'm going to be honest. I think because I'm so independent and I'm very like...
You want everything your way.
Yeah, I'm very like exigente. Like I'm like, if things don't go my way, I freak out. But I can't expect people to work the same way. You get me? I don't know. That's again, like that's something that I have learned that I need to work on. Because I don't think I'm bossy. I think I'm like what is this called? I'm. I understood.
What the fuck?
Oh my god! All the equipment got wet. How did that happen?
Cause why would you have it there?
No, my feet are wet and my hands are wet. Okay, we're gonna come back. Sorry, guys. I literally spilled my Alani all over the floor, the Crocs, the equipment, but luckily everything's cool. We haven't pulled out from these. Values. Have you ever failed at something?
See.
What?
Disappointing my parents.
What? How? I feel like everyone has disappointed their parents at some point.
Yeah, but I feel like that was the one, like, when it really hurt the most.
Okay.
Whenever they were like, don't do this, and I did that, and the outcome was me getting hurt.
But you have to...
My relationship, you know?
Yeah.
My past.
Oh, okay. I get that. Wait, what was the question? Have you ever failed at something? I don't want to speak this out into the universe, but I feel like I failed at love. Like relationships, I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard for me to not fall in love, but I guess find love. But I'm also not looking for it. So
yeah, it comes unexpectedly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Baby, don't worry.
I don't know if I was meant to be in love in this lifetime, and it makes me kind of sad. But like I literally it's October. 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. I just made 6 years of being single. And I hate to say that. That's not a fucking flex. Like, it's just like, am I the problem? Am I hard to love?
No, it's just that this generation just sucks ass.
Okay, thank you. That made me feel better.
Yeah.
Period.
You have us.
Yeah, exactly.
We love you. You don't need nobody else. What does success mean to you?
Success to me means being abundant in all aspects of my life. And what I mean by that is, to me, success is being happy in your life. And as long as my family's taken care of, my family's healthy, I feel like I won at life, you know?
Period.
I think it's a lot of people really don't have support from their family, are not close to their family. And I think we don't realize that because our family is so big and we all share so much love for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you really win at life is when you're happy with when everything else is stripped away, like all the materialistic shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what success means.
I agree with you.
Period. Okay, next.
Bas.
Ooh. What parts of myself do you think I need to improve?
Why did you put it back?
I put it under.
Why?
Why are you avoiding the question? Answer it. It's okay.
It's because I wanted to read it in Spanish. A ver, ¿qué partes de mí crees que debo mejorar?
Improve. Not change, but improve. My attitude?
Sí.
Okay.
Tu actitud. Hay veces que I'm just like,
Like I'm just a diva?
Sí.
It's because I don't know. I am a diva. I'm sorry.
Güey, literal, yo así como
I'm like
que
a fucking Teresa. I'm very like exigente and
mandona
y dramática. And
Sí.
It's not my fault. I was raised with these novelas. That's just how I came out.
¿Y tú? ¿Yo? ¿Qué tengo que mejorar?
Being more on time. God damn it.
On time?
Yeah, girl.
What do you mean?
Take your time with everything and we're always having to wait for you. And I'm like, Nicole, you have to pack. And you're like on your phone eating hot Cheetos. And I'm like, Nicole, you will not do things until I ask you like the 5th time.
Es que todo a su tiempo.
No, because Daphne and I always have to wait for you.
No.
Yeah.
Why are you putting it back?
Because we're not taking from the bottom. That way we don't get confused.
Shit, I was taking from every side.
Okay, go. From whichever one.
which one of your values has changed over time?
My values?
Sí, valores.
I guess letting people in. Like, I value my energy so much now that I really do not let anybody just into my life. I'm very picky and I'm very standoffish. And I think that can come off as like, oh, she's stuck up, she's a bitch. It's like, no, I am very protective over my energy. And if you think that's me being a bitch, then I really don't give a fuck because my life is so peaceful. Mm-hmm. I have no drama in my life, in my personal life. Mm-hmm. Like, and it has taken me a long time to protect my peace. And sometimes protecting your peace a little too much can get boring, but I'd rather be at peace than have drama in my fucking life. So,
la verdad que sí.
Yeah, like, I think that's the value that...
Yo chilling.
You what?
Chilling.
What do you mean chilling?
I'm chilling with my life. Bueno, a veces.
What are some... I feel like have you changed any values in your life or you feel like you're still figuring it out?
I feel like I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah, I feel like you're very young still.
Yeah.
I didn't really have shit figured out. I was just kind of just going with the wind at your age. Well, because you're how old?
19.
You're 19. Yeah, when I was 19, that's whenever I had moved to LA and I was just figuring shit out.
Damn, girl.
Yeah.
You're really brave for that.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that, honestly, but...
She was married and brave.
For real.
Yeah, they really.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm just a fairy.
I've learned that instead of you trying to fight against it and trying to force it,
yeah,
if you just let it happen and you let it go, it's way easier.
For sure. I feel like back then I would always be like, but why me? Why me?
Or you would try to cling on to things and try to really make it work. And it's just like...
And now it's just like, there's times where you just have to lay back and just...
let it go.
It's God's path, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly. This is also a quote that it's like, let go or be dragged. And it's true. Like, if you don't go with that toxic relationship, you're going to get dragged. If you don't let go of...
Yeah, I got dragged.
I think we all have been there where we got dragged, girl.
Goddamn, girl.
So I feel you. Okay. What do you love about yourself?
My energy.
Yeah, I love your energy. Your personality.
I'm a golden retriever.
Yeah, you are.
You're like...
I'm like a mixture.
Doberman.
I kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Daphne's just a black cat.
She's like, yeah.
She's a black cat. You're a golden retriever.
We were talking about this other day. Like, if they were to see Daphne and be like, oh my God, she looks like a bitch. And Daisy's like, oh, hi, you know. They see me and I'm like, ugh. All fucking goofy, bro.
I know, but I think there's a difference between coming off as a bitch and just coming off as reserved. I think people really confuse the two. Mm-hmm. Because just because someone is not, like, for example, like you're very like, hi, how are you? Like, nice to meet you. And like very bubbly and like immediately like caes bien a la gente. But if somebody is just like, hi, and then that's it, they're like, oh yeah, she was stuck up. It's like, no, some people are shy, some people are reserved, and that's okay. Like, people just take shit too personal nowadays, honestly, right? Okay.
Todo chido.
What song reminds you of your childhood? What, girl?
Mine would be Danza Kuduro.
Really?
I would always hear it in elementary school, middle school, high school. It would be that one. Or, can you meet me halfway? Right at the borderline.
I think mine is, that reminds me of my actual childhood, is Break Up by Mario and Gucci Mane.
What the?
I kid you not. Every time I listen to that song, it takes me back to when I was younger. I don't know why it's that specific song. I have a lot,
like, honestly a lot, but my top ones are the ones that I said.
Okay. Oh, if we could go on a dream trip together, where would we go and what would we do there?
I want to go to Japan.
I think we would just have the most fun ever, just in a different country.
Yeah.
Europe, like...
La verdad que sí.
Yeah, like anywhere. I feel like we can make any place such a vibe. But I think a dream would be maybe like Paris and seeing the Eiffel Tower together. That would be a dream. I honestly just want to travel everywhere with you and Daphne.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah, because we went to Puerto Rico together, California.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. I really want to take you guys to Hawaii. I think that would be a dream.
Hawaii. How many hours is that?
From here. I think like 6.
Do you believe you have a purpose?
Yes, I do. I believe that my purpose in this lifetime is to, one, be my authentic self while making money in order to help my family and my community. And I feel like I'm already doing that, you know?
Period.
I literally make, an income from Snapchat, from social media, from my perfume, from my podcast, and all this money. Not only does it go into my own brand, but I'm able to bless you guys, and I'm able to also, do the Daisy DACA Foundation. So I feel like my purpose in life is just to
help,
receive, to give out. Yeah.
Period.
Period. Per. All while life teaches me lessons because I'm not perfect.
Nobody's.
What makes a strong person? Pain.
No pain, no gain. Literally.
No, I definitely, I think what makes a strong person is going through
a lot.
Going through, very difficult lessons. I feel like that's what makes a strong person. I think pain. I think pain makes a strong person. Because you know what? I met someone who was like, yeah, I've never dealt with anxiety or depression. I've never been sad. And I was like, huh, really? And they just had no depth to them. Like they were just so flat.
Tranquilos?
No, they were just like white. Like I don't know how to describe it. I was just like, oh my God, there's no depth to you. Like I don't know how to describe it because goddamn, I'm freaking molded and folded and broken.
Yo igual.
What worries you these days?
My parents. Ever since I told them what I went through, they see me more as like, ¿Cómo estás?
Like broken?
Yeah, like they.
But it worries you what they think about you?
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day, though, like your parents are always going to be your parents and their job is not to judge you, And so I feel like don't get attached to how you think they're going to view you because at the end of the day, like you are their daughter, So they're going to have to accept you for the mistakes that you make and the way that you move on with your life. I feel like they're obviously going to like give you advice and stuff, but I don't think you should worry about what they're going to think about you because they're going to love you unconditionally. And if they don't,
they better.
Oof. Yeah.
They better.
Tú. Again, I think love. That's the only thing. Like I had a really bad breakdown recently and like my mom had to come to my house because I was just like, it's because my mom calls me all the time. Like she calls me 4 or 5 times a day. And if I don't answer, she knows something's wrong. And so I was just like in my house and I just didn't want to talk to anyone. And I turned off my location and that's when she knew something was wrong. And I finally answered the phone and I was like crying. She's like, why are you crying? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just really sad. So she came over and she's like, why are you crying? Like, what's wrong? And I was like, I'm just worried that I'm never going to find my person. Like, I'm worried that am I hard to like, I couldn't understand why I'm still going through life like alone, like without sharing it. Because I'm like, I have this beautiful life, this beautiful house and all these things. And I'm like, I would love to share it with someone, but it just, I'm like, it hasn't happened yet. So I think I feel like we all know that at some point, like us women, we know that at some point we're going to have kids and get married. But it's like, are we ever going to find true love?
True.
Like that, like what? Yeah. So anyways, that's that. Okay. One more. And then we are going to wrap this episode up. I am going to talk about something right after this, but who would you like to spend more time with? I would probably say Camilo. I feel like he lives a very like low-key private life. I'm just like, I want to know.
Real.
I want to know what goes on in his head. Like, what's
too.
his thought process like? You know? I wonder if I doubt he listens to this.
He'll be like, mis hermanos, yeah.
Yeah, our brother could care less that.
He has anger issues though.
He does.
Bro.
He does. Oh my gosh, you guys. No, wait. We went to Cane's, right? That's the first time I've ever felt protected by a male figure in my family.
Really?
Yeah. like that feeling of my little brother being protective over me was so foreign to me, because my stepbrother also kind of, I don't know, he's never really like, I know he's there for me, but there's been situations where I have been like vulnerable and he didn't speak up for me or stand up for me, and it made me feel like not protected. And so basically what happened is we were at Cane's and there was this guy that was like just staring at me, and my brother got protective, being like, why the fuck is he staring at her? And so he like gave him a look back, and then the guy was like, are you good? And then my brother was like, yeah, I'm good. And then he got like super freaking pissed off, but I was like, oh, my little brother's protective of me.
I was like, are you good?
He does have anger issues like that.
Bro, he does.
But before we wrap up this episode, this is actually going to be my very last episode with my sister. And I do want to say that this is going to be I believe I have one more episode coming up before I wrap up season 1 of Daisy Diaries. I've had a lot of fun, and I'm very thankful that my sisters have been able to be a part of it and all these beautiful guests. But I think right now I'm just kind of mentally at capacity, and I want to take a little break. And I feel like, I've been doing this podcast for 8 months, and it's okay to take breaks, but
proud of you.
We'll be back. But yeah, just want to give you guys the heads up that if this is not the last episode, then I might have one more. But if this is the last episode, then thank you guys so much for those who have supported Daisy Diaries, and love you guys so much, and the support that I have gained on here. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.